Hi Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 2021 love and relationship reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. It really helps this channel grow and be seen by more people, which is beyond the realms of amazing. So thank you guys so very much. You're absolutely just mind-blowingly wonderful. So thank you. Now, if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed and linked in the description box below. Before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Cancer, June 2021, love and relationships. Cancer, June 2021, love and relationships. Cancer, June 2021, love and relationships. Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Cancer, June 2021, love and relationships. Cancer, June 2021, love and relationships. Cancer, June 2021, love and relationships. Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Now the cards on top, this is the energy that grounds us. On the bottom, this is the energy that grounds us. So let's see, of course, what the tarot has to say. We have the King of Cups, which is us shining through as our rooted, our grounded energy. We're represented by the Cups in the Minor Arcana. We're represented by the Chariot in the Major Arcana. Then we have the Eight of Cups. We're walking away from something we once thought we would love. So there's an ending here. Justice, Libra energy. There can be an ending. This could be some sort of divorce or breakup, okay, that's coming through. Or it can be a trauma around a divorce or a breakup that is coming up during this time. Libra energy is a time frame of September 23rd to October 22nd. And then we have the Queen of Cups. There's definitely love here that comes through. It's like love triumphs after heartbreak. And that is just so beautiful. It can also be a love that hasn't gone the way that we thought it would. If we're in a relationship, we can be going through a really hard time right now and needing to remember the reasons why we fell in love with our partner, or what it is that we love in life and want in life, and how it is that we want to move forward, and what is just and right and powerful for us. There's also something here about being seen. Being seen is astoundingly important. In Cancer, we can kind of be at times self-sacrificing and say, oh, I don't need to be seen, oh, I don't need to be seen, until it piles up so much that it's like, oh my gosh, why doesn't anybody see what's going on? So that's going to be important here. That really is. Being seen is highly important. Let's look at our chakra energy for this time. Cancer, June 2021, love and relationships. Cancer, June 2021, love and relationships. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Creativity, that's the Sacral Chakra coming through. And then we have the energy we need to be mindful of. What is the energy that Cancer needs to be mindful of? June 2021, love and relationships. What is the energy that Cancer needs to be mindful of? June 2021, love and relationships. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. So the energy we need to be mindful of during this time is the King of Wands. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If we're born on the cusp with Sagittarius, not Sagittarius, with Leo, our temper is going to be coming through powerfully during this time. So do be mindful of that. Also be mindful of the fact that we're really going to want to be seeking out adventure. If we have fire sign in our charts, we have to be very mindful that this adventure seeking, I don't want to be, trapped anywhere anymore, energy is coming forward and burning very brightly in us. If we want to let that shine, do so, but just be mindful that it will take over things, right? And yeah, it will push us in a direction that maybe when we think back about it, we're not as comfortable with as we would be if we thought things through just a little bit. But this is also being very drawn to the passion, being very drawn to the fire, being very drawn to things that can be just a little bit dangerous. So do be mindful of that. I mean, that can be fun, that can be exciting, but we just want to be mindful the extent that we're embracing that energy. Now, creativity, the Sacral Chakra coming through. The Sacral Chakra is where we hold our creative energy, where we hold our sexual energy. So this is very important. We want to be creative. That's why we're going to be so drawn to things that are just a little bit dangerous, a little bit, maybe even not so much taboo, but yeah, just a little bit, like just exciting, and it makes us feel alive. So here there is the sense with the sacral energy coming forward. It's being more creative within our relationships, but within all realms of our relationships, not just our romantic ones. We want things to be more expressive. We want to have that spark and that fire shine through. And we also want to be more sexually open. Just being comfortable in our own bodies, feeling desirable and sexy. That's going to be something that's very important to us, no matter who we are. And that's really coming forward during this time. Now with the Sacral Chakra, it's where a lot of negativity is held from this life and from past lives. So it's almost like we're embracing this and then feeling like we're being pushed backwards because there's a part of us, a part of our minds, a part of our past life self that's coming in and saying, no, you can't have it. You can't be this way. You can't live this life. You can't have what you greatly desire. And that's going to be one of the main things that we fight against. And that's one of the reasons why the justice and the walking away is coming forward. It's like, am I being just to me? How do I walk away from something that either served as a protective mechanism in a past life or in this life? And how do I embrace myself moving towards love? Because this is a soulmate connection. Whenever I have the king and the queen from the same suit in a reading, it's a soulmate connection. It's a true love connection. But it's usually when it's from the same deck. So these are from different decks. She's looking down at him, and he's looking over at the ending. He's much more focused on the task that needs to be done. At our roots, we're much more focused on the task that needs to be done. And that's going to be where the bulk of our energy is spent. She's looking down, but she's still nourishing the child sitting next to her. So there's a sense here of looking into the sacred masculine, the masculine desire that we have within our life, but also knowing that right here, right now, I have things that need to be taken care of. And I have, insights and passions and powers that need to be shared. So it's almost as if we're so close to having this absolutely beautiful love come forward. But it might almost feel like we're missing each other just by a little bit, or we're not connecting with our partners the way that we want to. It's like we're almost getting there, but then we just tend to miss it, like something gets dropped at the very end. So this is where the sense of connection, spiritually, sexually, is going to come forward. Now we're just going to put these two together here. And as you guys know, if you've listened to love readings before by me, I'm a huge fan of Carezza. That's non-orgasmic sex, which I know people laugh at and say, well, what the heck's the point? The point is the connection that we have. The point is the bonding. Have you ever had sex and, the sex is great, everything's great, but you're not connected. You're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, that you think is just supposed to happen, but we don't have that connection. And this is where that connection comes in. This is the learning of each other's bodies. This is the learning of each other's dreams, because we're so intimately intertwined. This is like foreplay, but to a higher extent. And it's being able to connect in this way, in this passion, in this power that has us coming together. That's going to be very important. Even if we just start reading about it, I have it linked in the description box below. If we start reading about it, watching people talk about their experiences, and then seeing, like, is this right for me? But it's bringing the sacred back into relationships. The King of Cups says, I rule only myself. And this is a time where we start taking ownership of our hearts. But because we're represented by the cups, this is our masculine and feminine side coming forward. This is a sense of us being seen within ourselves, within what we desire. We're not fighting against the grain so much because we've already made a really big decision, or come to terms with a big decision that has been made, or a big emotional revelation that has been made. The King of Cups knows where he stands. And Cancer, in our very best light, in our very best way forward, we know where we stand. We know what we love. We know what we desire. We know our passion. We know our hearts. And we realize that the only person who I can change, who I can connect with, is me. And so I'm embracing me. I'm embracing what I desire, what I need, what I want, and what I long for. And this leads us to a walking away from what we once thought we would love. Why? Because we understand more of what it is that we truly need. And this doesn't come because, revelations just come to us out of the blue. It comes because we realize what we don't want. And this is going to be very big in realizing what we don't want. The walking away, the saying enough is enough, the listening to our hearts, listening to our souls, being able to look at an ending and say, I respect that. I don't like it. We might not like it. It might have really scarred us, but I respect it. This could be the end of a relationship. This could be coming to terms with our caregiver's relationship ending and the fear that came around that. This could be a fear that we're always going to repeat the same patterns as our, as our caregivers, as our family, as our friends, as everything. And this is also being able to realize, no, this is my life. I get to choose how I walk it forward. And yes, I might have some unbelievably tough choices set before me, but I'm doing my best. And that's all I can ask from my existence. The Eight of Cups can be bittersweet, but for those of us who have been through powerful and profound endings, after time, after healing, sometimes it's the best thing that happens, especially after coming out of abusive relationships. It can very well be one of the best things that happened to be able to walk away, to say enough is enough. I get to reclaim my life. I get to have me back. And we could do that with even emotional connections we have to friends and to people in our lives, where it's like, no, I get to have my life back. You don't get to have that say. I get to. I get to have that passion, that power, that brilliance moving me forward. And I get to have the spark back, the happiness, the connection. And that's what we're moving for during this time. Justice isn't saying that everything has to be just. Though here, we can be dealing with something that has a mediating party involved, okay? It can be, has a lawyer involved or a mediator or whomever. But what we're going to be seeing here personally is that justice cannot be, everything has to be equal for everyone. What it is here is it's a sense of, this is what I need, this is what I want, and this is the balance for me. It's being discerning. And during this time, we're going to have a really hard time with that concept because we're going to want to be fair to everyone. We're going to want to make things right for everyone. And it's just not going to happen. You're always going to have somebody who's mad. You're always going to have somebody who's disappointed. You're always going to have something that can't be done at the exact same time on the exact same day. So here, it's being discerning. It's finding that balance. It's also embracing the power of your voice and what is desired. It moves us to the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is love, caring, nurturing, an open heart, and a beautiful soul. One of the teachers that I had of the tarot, she said that the Queen of Cups is only second to the Empress. And I'm very much feeling that energy during this reading, where your energy here of caring, of nurturing, of building, of growing is second only to the Empress, is second only to that power of the connection with the earth. Now, with the connection with the earth, we have to remember that, yes, there is that caring, nurturing side, but there is also the tornado and the hurricane and the blizzard side of nature that we cannot forget. And we have to remember that within our own natures. There are going to be times where we have to be like hurricanes. And there are going to be times where we get to be calm and gentle and peaceful and serene. There's something more that we're building here. There's a way that we're connecting. The King of Cups doesn't so much connect, but lead by example. The Queen of Cups, she connects, though she does not care if you see her or if you don't. So here, the heart is connecting powerfully to the leaving, to the mourning, to the accepting, but also to the sacred masculine energy that is coming forward, and the discernment, the balance that is stepping into our lives. Our subconscious chakra message is self-mastery. This is the solar plexus chakra, and this is a sense of us falling into alignment with ourselves, with what we desire, want, need, and long for. During this time, we have to ask ourselves the question, what is right for me? Not what seems the most exciting, not what, can let me escape. What is right for me? And sometimes the most exciting and the escape is necessary, but we have to look at things more than just the burning bright fire of that moment. Our subconscious message to be mindful of is the lovers. Yeah, it's the intertwining of limbs and passion and desire and just fire of it all. It's that coming together, that coupling that's depicted here. And that's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. But we have to be mindful of that being all that we desire during this time. Just a release, just fun, just excitement. And not looking at the roads that can be walked down, the two ways forward, the differing paths. So just be mindful of that, because we can be easily swept away. Our subconscious rooted message is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is, again, it's that passion, it's that fire. And I know some of you might be laughing and saying, Dane, come on, how am I going to be swept away? It doesn't have to be by somebody. It can be that we start devouring romance novels or, these ideas in our heads of the perfect person that comes. And we just find that that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that fiction that never comes into our lives the way that we want it to. Not never, but no, it doesn't usually come in like, somebody riding in on a white horse, just sweeping us off our feet and carrying us away, because that would be kidnapping and that wouldn't be cool. So here we're going to want things that maybe in real life we wouldn't be so fond of, but let your mind express and let yourself, imagine, move forward in the place and in the way of desire. This is charging forward and being a little bit reckless. But there's a need here. There really is just a need for that recklessness. There's a need for the expression. Be wise about it, yes, but maybe just explore. Our subconscious crowning message is the Ten of Cups, and they all live happily ever after. This is our happily ever after. No matter what that means for us, no matter how different that is than anybody else's. This is saying, this is my happiness, this is my joy. Subconsciously, this is what I'm moving towards. Rooted in the energy that we're rooted in, we just want to change. We just want a change as we walk away. And that's going to be so apparent. But we also want to be building something stable and long-lasting and just and beautiful to who we are and who we want to become. As lovers, but also as creative, sensual beings. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace love. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer.